Okay, so welcome. Enjoy this video of me rambling about things. As a high schooler, I was in music programs. I was in band and I was in show choir. And I always thought I did these things because I enjoyed the people. Because all these people were my best friends. Like, they were people I spent all my time with. But as I am looking back at it now, I didn't love these things because of the people. The people helped, but what I really loved in these activities was performing. And I am not good at trumpet, and I'm not a very good singer. I just am okay at both of these things. But I love to perform. When we would go on to do band competitions or show choir competitions, everyone would be like, I'm so nervous. And I never was, because it was just fun, and I just loved to do it. I loved the feeling of going up there and playing and people clapping, and it never felt like a chore. This is what we worked for, and it's what I love to do. And I don't really think I realized that that's what I loved about being in a music program until I was in show choir. So when I joined show choir my freshman year, I played in the band I played in the band for 3 years. And then my senior year, going into my senior year, they introduced a second group, which was an all-girl group. And so I talked to the choir director and I was like, hey, can I do this, but also still play in the band for the mixed group? And he's like, sure, whatever, cool, awesome. And I was in choir, concert choir, my freshman year and sophomore year, and it's just not something I really enjoyed, because you only get to practice. You don't get to perform all that much. And I think that's why I always preferred band to concert choir, because band always was performing. We were always doing these things. So I quit, and then I joined show choir my senior year. And so I would get to these competitions, and these girls would be like, I'm so nervous. And I never was. And I didn't have a solo or anything. I was in the front row once. I was just there to have a fun time and to do what I loved, which was performing. But again, I did not realize this is what I love to do. And at the end of the show choir season, we do this big concert, and it's cabaret. It's called Cabaret, and we do our competition show, and then we do a couple other things, and then there's class numbers and the combo number and the all these things. And so we also do senior spotlights, where the seniors get to sing a solo. So I was freaking out. I was like, I'm not gonna do good, I'm gonna sound really bad, and I was so nervous going into it. But the second I stepped on that stage and actually started singing, I was like, why am I so nervous about, why was I so nervous about this going into it? Stepping onto the stage and getting up to the microphone, and my dad played the piano for me, and he messed up, and I just laughed at him. I was like, what a dude, what the heck? And I laughed at him, and then I just did my thing, because I just love doing that. And I have come to this realization that you don't have to be amazing at what you do to enjoy it. I'm not a great trumpet, I'm a good trumpet player, but I'm not a prodigy or anything. I can play high, I can play low, but I just kind of am okay. I'm not a music major. And I love to sing. I sing loud, and I do it, but I'm not I don't have a fantastic voice. I just love doing that. My dad always would say to me that I was in these things because I like the socialness, and when he was in these programs as a kid, he did it because he wanted to grow as a musician. And I don't think that's necessarily not why I was in these programs. I think I was in these programs because I love performing. And I don't think that you have to be the end-all be-all to love to perform. And I almost think that loving to perform is way more valuable than it is to just be really good at what you do. Because if you're really good at what you do and you get nervous and you can't go out there and do what you have to do, then it doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter how many scales you have memorized, because you don't know what, like, you can't go out there and prove it. I don't know any scales. I barely can freaking read music sometimes, but like, I can go out there and do my thing and I love it, and like, I relish every second of it. And I think that's really important. I don't know what the point of this was. I just wanted to sit and talk, and maybe my words will help someone. So, to wrap up this video, just because you aren't perfect at something, just because you aren't the best, doesn't mean you can't love it. And I think that people who put everything that they have into something that they love are the people that are gonna get the farthest with what they love to do. Because if you aren't passionate about what you're doing, then you're not gonna do your best, because you don't have your full heart into it. Awesome. Okay, bye. That's all I have to say. See ya.